Hey, what's up and welcome back everybody. Welcome back YouTube. We're continuing with MSQ in 14 today. Last we left off, we actually had two fights in one bout. We had the Nadam in the Azim Steppe, and right after we had to fight the Garleans. And so now, ever having been victorious, I believe we're gonna start heading back to the south to Doma, but let's see. MSQ, I am told you gave the young warriors a fine show. Grandmother and I have been discussing how we might best express our gratitude to you. Mere words did not seem sufficient. This is a morin kur, a traditional instrument of our people. The feats of our greatest heroes like Bardam and Shaka are preserved in song. Yours too will live on for years to come. Perhaps one day you might learn how to play it, but even if not, you may look on the morin kur and remember this time, this place, as we will when we hearken to the music. Ah, hell yeah. At the risk of sounding impatient, we have certain pressing obligations. It is time that we saw to them. You are right. To whom much is given, much is expected. Nay, do not think yourselves so indebted to us. Was it not you who gave us your blessing to participate? Oh my god. Woo-wee. Was it not you who gave us your blessing to participate in the Nadam? And you who saved my lord Hien from certain death? Doma is in your debt, and will ever be a friend to them all. We to you, Kosetsu. A thought occurs to me. If you wish to return to Yansha with all haste, the passage to the south of the Dusk Throne would offer the most direct route. The Dotharal sealed it with their magics during the Doman Rebellion, when more men in iron came from afar. If ever there were a time to open the pass, it is now. We should journey to Dotharal Ka. Before that, might we visit the Dawn Throne? I wish to speak with our most radiant brother. Are you sure that's a good idea? I know he agreed to fight for Doma, but I doubt he'll be very happy to see us soon after we beat him. Nama made us for war, Lise. Ever since we came into this world, we have fought. In the Nadam, blood was shed and lives were lost. Brown earth was stained crimson and Zayla wept, but crimson is the dusk and the dawn, death and rebirth, an ending to mark a new beginning. We who are born are destined to die. As the seasons turn, we are born again. I spoke the first. So you see, we harbor no hatreds. The Nadam is the Nadam, and what comes after is what comes after. If you say so, the Dawn Throne first then. Yes, and I shall accompany you. The sun is disinclined to entertain you at length. Speak your purpose in coming. Humble as ever. Should I be humble in the presence of inferiors? I am a child of Azim, and you are not. Your triumph in the Nadam does not raise you to such heights. Atu will not be joining us. He was wounded in the Nadam. His hurts are grave and he requires rest, but he will walk again in time. Though it is no business of yours, such pity does not become a Yan. We are not allies, traveler, far from it. The Nadam will come again, and with it our rule. Say again, why have you come? Bid us surrender the Dawn Throne to the mole? Nay, the mole are beholden to the will of the gods, and they would not have us reside here. The Orenir and the Buduga may remain. We are for Yangsha and was to speak of your part in the coming war. Ah, the Domans and the Iron Men. I remember our pact. Sound the call and the ordinator will answer. Oh, glad am I to hear it. We have preparations to attend to, but we'll send for you soon. The gods are kind. I'm sure the ordinator will prove a great boon in the days to come. Be nice if we knew what the hell Lise was saying. Of the dusk, a maiden gentle and ethereal, a dancer in the morning mist, and a warrior besides. Look into my eyes, child. See you, Azim? You, my Nama? I know if not what you speak, Brother Magnai, but I am certain you are mistaken. Quite. We should get going. Right now. What a waste of a trip, in my personal opinion. Alright, we have a long way to go, so we'll see you in a second. Han and his warriors. Greetings, my lady. We come to you on our journey south, bound for Yangsha, where our comrades await us. How fare you and yours in the wake of the Nadam? Many were wounded, some few to the death. Resplendent were their souls in the chaos. It was a good battle, a good day to die. Soon we will greet them again. Mayhap one who went from before them also. Sarah's seed has quickened in his lover. When the child is born, we shall see who waits behind its eyes. Already we must look to the next Nadam. We must grow strong of body and mind, and your war will help us do so. Say the word and we will fly to the field. Of that I have no doubt, for you are Detharl. There is one more thing we would ask of you. The magics you used to seal the passage to the south, will you unmake them? If that be your wish? When next we come together, it will be on a great battlefield against a common foe. I trust you will fight with the same fervor you demonstrated during the Nadam. Ha! And you, Ancient One, will be the demon I know you to be. What less would be disappointment. Alright, where are we to now? We'll see you in a second. Sadu Khatun has done her part. The passage will deliver you to Doma. It is here we must part ways until the day you call us to battle. It won't be long, I know, but take care of yourself, Serena. Tell your grandmother and the others again how much we appreciate everything they did for us. I will. I nearly forgot I have another gift for you. Oh, it's a red... Wait. Is this a banner of the Mole tribe? It is not the most practical of gifts, but we nevertheless wish to present it to you. I do not fully understand what has befallen Doma, of your homeland, Lise, but I do understand that you and yours have suffered terribly. The Mole place their faith in the gods, and in turn they shepherd us. They watch over and keep us. We pray they show you the same favor. As it was in the Nadam, blood will be shed, your lands engulfed in a storm of fire and steel. Yet as it did here, it shall mark a new beginning there. May you ever walk in crimson, for in crimson there is life, There is liberation. Thank you for your prayers, Serena. We shall remember them. Until we meet again. I was reading the quest description as if it was dialogue. Man, am I tired. Right then, to the House of the Fierce. With me, my friends. Where is this going to place us? In Yangsha. Let's see. Oh, okay. I've not used this road before, but I recognize this place. The House of the Fierce should lie somewhere to the south. I will go on ahead and inform the sentries of our master's return. And we don't have an aetheryte that we can do the same, so we're just gonna head to... Whoa. That looks to be aetheric. I've ever seen aether. It looks to be aetheric in nature. This is the way... Oh, I can go that way. Says we need to go below. Ah. Here we are. I wonder if they all gathered inside waiting, perhaps expecting a speech or some such. Well, no matter. I shall have to do what I shall have to do.
Brothers and sisters, pray forgive me my absence. It has been far too long.
Lord here. Gosetsu told us of your trials and tribulations on the steppe. Would that I'd been present to witness your victory, my lord.
Our victory, Yugiri, owed as much to each of my stalwart comrades as it did to me. Now rise. I will not suffer this excess of formality any longer. Alfinol and Alize Levieux, I presume. I am told we owe you much. It is a pleasure to meet you both.
The pleasure is ours, Lord here. Though we were born and raised a world apart, our values are one and the same. Freedom, justice, liberty. Each of which Doma shall soon enjoy once more.
Hopefully. I understand you have brought an army.
Indeed. The Zayla tribes of the Azim Steppe have pledged their military might to the cause.
Good. We, meanwhile, have secured the support of the Confederacy and a not insignificant number of your countrymen. The Blue Kojin, too, have expressed a willingness to join the fight, provided you agree to certain trade agreements following the liberation of Doma.
The shinobi will render what aid they can. However, Suino Sato refused to answer our call.
To be expected.
No matter. What forces we have amassed far exceed my original expectations. You have my thanks.
You should know that Xenos departed Doma not long after you left to find Lord Here. We know not the reason why, but it would seem he was eager to return to Gir Abania.
What? Have you heard anything from the Resistance? There hasn't been another attack, has there?
Tataru assures me they are quite well. You need not worry. If anything, this turn of events would seem to be to our advantage.
But there the good news ends. Yotsuyu retains her position as acting viceroy, and we have reports that the garrison at Doma Castle is preparing for a massive operation. We suspect that the Empire's attempt to eliminate you on the steppe may have been a prelude to a larger effort to purge the remaining pockets of resistance within Doma.
The hour of reckoning is upon us.
Then victory will soon be ours.
The Han has spoken, and I, for one, am not inclined to argue.
I see a working Aetheryte back there, by the way.
In this place, in this moment, I call upon you all. 25 years of oppression, of tyranny, of shame. It ends with us. We will prevail.
Once more, welcome back. It is good to see you again, MSQ. Ah yes, there is another recent development we neglected to share with you. Alisei and I have been hard at work attempting to restore the Aetheryte here to its former glory. I am pleased to inform you that we succeeded. Suffice it to say, it should prove a boon for travel. Well, for those replete with anima like you at least. I imagine you are eager to hear the particulars of our plan. Allow me a moment to gather everyone's attention.
If all are in agreement, I will outline my plan to retake Doma Castle. First, Lys and the Doman Irregulars will conduct a series of raids against Imperial targets throughout the surrounding area, with the aim of drawing the garrison's attention. Shortly thereafter, our Zayla allies will launch a surprise attack on the castle's airborne defenses. In this way, we will prevent the enemy's airships from rendering support and cut off one means of escape. Alizé and I, together with the Shinobi, will exploit the ensuing chaos to infiltrate the moon gates and disable the Magitech field generators. Once the barrier is down, we will be free to cross the One River and reach Doma Castle. It is at this point that we must turn to our Confederate and Kojin allies. They will commence to bombard the castle with cannon fire, while sailing west towards the Doman Enclave.
Wait, the Enclave? Why would you want them to sail away from the castle?
Because the Enclave is home to countless civilians. Once pressed, the Imperials may well think to take them hostage, and I would fain forestall any such attempt. After we have secured the Enclave, we may lay siege to Doma Castle directly. The main strength of the Doman Liberation Front, under Lord Hien's command, shall be committed to this endeavor, as will you and your redoubtable allies. The rest is simple. We scour the castle for the Viceroy, we find her, and we subdue her. Without their leader, what remains of the Imperials' morale will crumble, and they will surrender or attempt to flee. And Doma will be free. Your thoughts, Lord Hien? If any points were unclear or gave you cause for concern, I should be glad to go over them with you.
You fall asleep? Oh.
Nay, 'tis a fine plan. You have a talent for this. That much is plain. We shall carry out Alphino's plan to the letter. Time is of the essence, as you know, so let us each see to our respective preparations. Carry on.
There is no shortage of tasks which must be completed before we can launch our attack. Am I having a stroke? Jesus. If you have a moment, perhaps you could lend a hand. That said, I have only just returned. It would be better for you to speak with Alphinaud to find out how you might be of service. Trying to keep busy? Full glad am I to hear it. There is one task which comes to mind. As I explained during my briefing, Alize and I will need to infiltrate the moon gates to disable the Magitech field generators. Though I pride myself on my knowledge of various subjects, I must confess I lack confidence in my knowledge of this particular one, which is why I turned to an expert. I have been conversing with Sid via Tataru, attempting to ascertain the design of the generators based on our limited intelligence. Most recently, he sent a parcel with some documents which he believes may be of use. I would like for you to go to Kugane and bring them back here. In the meantime, I will continue to work with our shinobi allies to plot a path into the gates. Safe travels, MSQ, and thank you again. I'm gonna go attuned. Or anything else. MSQ, what are you doing here? Oh my god, she's in a kimono. I thought you were off fighting nomads on the Azim Steppe. Oh, you beat them. Good show. Jim, I didn't get to see it. Alphinaud has been keeping me apprised of the situation in Doma. I may not be any good in a physical fight, but in a paperwork fight, I'm the true Han. Yeah. You're here for the parcel, as Sid sent, right? Wait a moment and it will be right out. It arrived not long ago. Reported delivered it to our offices, along with various other knickknacks from Eorzea. Sid regrets that he couldn't come here in person. Apparently his hunt for the dragon in Omega demands his full attention, you see. Still, he was reasonably confident that the documents he provided would be enough for Alphinaud to do the work himself. So as soon as that parcel gets here, we can open it up and see what's inside. Pardon my interruption, but the parcel in question, was it the one you placed on the shelf in the back for safekeeping? I believe so, yes. Why do you ask? Well, you see, on closer inspection, said parcel appears to have been addressed to the Sekisugumi barracks. Though it does indeed bulge with a quantity of paper reminiscent of a rather large instruction manual, the lingering scent of lilac leads me to conclude is it in fact a sizable collection of love letters. But impossible! That porter was carrying a parcel addressed to us. I saw the writing with my own eyes. Oh, I do not doubt that in the least. However, as we were tasked with a number of deliveries, I can only presume that he handed you another parcel by mistake. This is a disaster. We have to find that porter right this instant. Aye, she can move quickly when she has a mind to do so. So quickly she neglected to take these love letters with her. They too must be redirected to the rightful recipient. They should also aid you in tracking down the right porter. They keep records of their deliveries and so forth, after all. The man in question was of middling height and build, not unlike myself. Black hair, short, terribly helpful in Kugane, I know, a cheery sort, wearing bright colors, as I recall. I will send a few of my men out to search, but in the meantime, why don't you take a parcel and see if you can't track him down yourself? I will wait here on the off chance he realizes his mistake and returns. I'm trying to get through it, y'all. I'm gonna admit, I'm trying to get through everything quickly. Teleporter. Wait, we have... Okay, I thought I saw a green quest. There's Tataru. Might be on the other... Oh, there we go. Oh dear. I may misplace some most important documents, and if I do not find them quickly, there will be dire repercussions. No, it is nothing so scandalous and base. My lord is a man with singular dietary restrictions, which I have detailed in my notebook. Cannot purchase produce without it. Let's search this alleyway. Good morning to you, sir, but I have no time to chat. I have to head to the Bokairo. Or was it the hostelry? No time, no time. Hi, I recognize that parcel. I delivered it to the Ruby Bazaar not long ago. What of it? A mistake? For the Sekisugumi, you say? You're right, how stupid of me. Fortunately, I have yet to visit the barracks. This is for you, yes? I will take the other in exchange. I'm sorry I couldn't find him. I guess we just have to hope he realizes his mistake and returns soon. That's it! That's the parcel! You found him! Oh, knowing our luck, Sid put the wrong papers in here. Nope, this is it. These are the documents detailing the operation of the Magitech field generators Alpha Node requested. I can only imagine what would have happened had we sent a mask back to Doma with a parcel full of love letters. Look on Alpha Node's face when he reads the first page. On second thought, I'm a little disappointed we didn't. Everyone's working so hard to fight for Doma's freedom, and here I am making the same silly mistakes. Won't happen again, Mask, and I'll keep working hard to bring you and the others useful information. If we hear anything new, we'll contact you straight away. Oh, and you may be pleased to hear that we have brokered an arrangement between the company and the Confederacy. They require armaments we provide, discreetly, and at a reasonable price. I'm sure Lord Lolorito was pleased to hear it. Ha 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 ha! Indeed he was, indeed he was. Well, it seems our time together is at an end. Give Alpha Node and Alice my regards, will you? Her outfit, she's just too precious. She's just too precious. How dare. Oh, it seems like just yesterday you were here. Our plans proceed apace. Do you have the documents? Excellent. This looks to be exactly what we need. Assuming our shinobi escort can see us safely inside the moon gates, we should have no trouble deactivating the barrier. Good, good. That is one less thing to worry about. Should you wish to further employment, mayhap you can speak with Alize. I believe she was planning to search the surrounding area for Imperial patrols. If you go now, you may be able to catch her before she departs. Ba-di-da-di-da-di-da. Alpha Node told you about my plans, and you wish to come with me. Well, far be it from me to refuse you. If truth be told, I'm not entirely sure what I expect to find. In the wake of your failed assassination attempt, the Imperials demonstrated uncharacteristic restraint. There were no public executions, and not a single village was put to the torch. But as I mentioned earlier, our latest intelligence does suggest a purge is imminent. For all we know, they could be out in the field even as we speak, surveilling their targets and making plans. If so, we need to put a stop to it. Let us begin our search in the north. How far north? All quiet for now. Follow me to the next location. No Imperial patrols near our headquarters, then. Good. The last thing we need is a repeat of Rogger's Reach. Even so, 'twould be prudent to search a little longer. Not exactly the enemy I was worried about. Damn it all. Can't just leave this carcass lying in the middle of the road. Found stronger. Next to you, I feel like a child playing at swords and sorcery, though mayhap it suits me better than books. I owe much to a Mikotai I met on my travels. He was a master of these techniques, and kindly agreed to teach me the fundamentals. I never could warm to common rapiers. I vastly preferred using a blade of my own creation, despite the toll it took on me. Orion J's gift was a godsend, to be honest. Anyway, we're falling behind. We should split up and try to recoup some lost time. We've heard rumors of Imperial soldiers skulking about disguised as villagers. One was supposedly spotted near the ribbons to the south of here. Go and see if there's anything out of the ordinary. Hello there, young man. My associates and I are in search of fertile soil for farming, and this land caught our eye. You doubt my words? You suspect we have some other purpose in coming here. How vexing it is to be questioned in this manner. Very well. He desires the truth, and he shall have it. Deal with him. I saw them attack you while this one fled. Since you seem to have everything in hand, I decided to capture him. An Imperial, I presume? I knew it would come to this. At the hands of a Westerner, Dolman would at least know the rights. You think you'd understand, but you do not. She will burn it all before she surrenders. She will never kneel again, nor should she. Dang, that's a cheap shot. During my echo? Rest assured, the Nuri will receive due compensation. Young Asahi has great potential, that much is plain. If he applies himself, he may one day be granted the opportunity to go to Garlemald and learn from some of the leading authorities in the field of magitech. Few citizens are afforded such treatment, however, much less people of the provinces. You will need to do more. Of course, I have no doubt that we shall. My husband and I want only the best Imperial education for our boy. I finished planting the rice, Mother. While the officer is here, Yotsuyu, inside, now. Yes, Mother. You did not mention that you had a daughter. My sister's, not mine, Kami rest her soul. She is utterly hopeless, but one cannot choose one's family. Indeed. She is of age to receive an education as well, is she not? yet we have no records. I trust I need not remind you of your legal obligations. No, no, of course not, but she is weak and sickly. Some days she has not the strength to leave her bed. Though, a thought occurs to me. Mayhap we can come to an understanding. Was a near thing. What happened? We were talking and then all of a sudden you were somewhere else. Did one of those soldiers hit you on the head or something? Well, if you say so, we should go and tell the others what happened here. We're just gonna at least leave him? I'll say? Alright, whatever. Thank you. You didn't have to come with me, but you did, and for that I am grateful. I told the others of our encounter with the disguised soldiers, but we disposed of the bodies. It is only a matter of time before their comrades note their absence. As if we needed any more reason to act quickly. Are you sure you're alright, by the way? You've been awfully quiet since we returned. I'd tell you to rest and leave the rest to others, but seeing as that isn't in your nature, Lise returned but a moment ago, looking a bit worried. It would seem that trouble is afoot in Namai. You may as well go and ask her about it. As for me, I will not impose upon you any further. We've barely got enough armor as it is. Oh, you're here to help. That's a relief. I've been trying to help the villagers in Namai get ready for the operation, but we've run into a few problems. You remember how we're supposed to stir up trouble as a diversion, right? The thing is, we don't have enough armor to go around. I thought the Domain Liberation Front would be able to furnish us with some, but it seems that's not the case. I was about to go and tell Ys. Why don't you come too? Oh, you're here too. I heard about these soldiers you and Alice encountered. I'm glad you're all right. Issa, we've gathered up the rope we could find in the village. And every tool with an edge is still not enough. Even a hoe would suffice, but there are no more to spare. Thank you, Chigusa. Royosan could use a hand if there is nothing else. As for more tools, I may have some in my home. Go and search it. Take whatever meets your fancy. Made enough rice balls for everyone, including some special ones for Lady Ugiri. Can I go and give them to her? You silly little girl. Of course you can. Hurry. You never know when she'll have to leave on a secret mission. Sorry about that. Everyone's been trying to contribute since Lord Hyun returned. There's so much to worry about. You're doing well, Ys, though I have to ask, have you had any luck finding more armor? Unfortunately, no. Unlike weapons, there are no substitutes for proper protection. It's not as though we need full suits of Imperial plate, but we're not soldiers. If we attack without any equipment, we'll be slaughtered. The Domain Liberation Front doesn't have any armor to spare. I suppose we could ask Hancock, but there's no telling how long it would take for him to send us supplies. Do you have any armor in the village? Or anyone with some skill to fashion armor? There is one man, a craftsman who fled the Enclave. He is experienced and maybe he able to help. I don't know if I can persuade him to, though. But maybe you two could come with me. His name is Suranuki, and he lives in Kusakari in the south. Come with me. Hope you can feel me rolling my eyes right now. Who are these starry-eyed youths who stand before me? Ones who sing of rebellion, of liberation. Surely they would not think to trouble me with such foolish dreams. Oh, go and say what you will, but do not take offense if I die from laughter. Say again? You would have me fashion armor for villagers who wish to fight Imperial regulars. Mad fools charging boldly to meet their deaths. Bring me steel and I shall have them shells to shield their soft bellies. Yes, yes, plates of steel, all that you can carry. The better to shield them from blade and bullet. If only it were so simple, Master Suranuki. Steel plates are not so easily procured. Blind, deaf, and dumb you are, boy. We are awash in broken steel. Magitech. Great cylinders come crashing to the earth from on high. Shatter them to bits with my explosives. They will not fail you, for I made them to kill Imperials. Bring me my steel, and you will have your armor. Well, it's not like we know any other armorers who can help. At least we get to blow things up. Man, this takes a while. Ooh, that's a lot. Alright, last one. Now I gotta take him back to Suranuki, whatever. Right, you have the many plates of steel I demanded. Show me. Then you are committed to your cause, dressing villagers as soldiers and marching off to war? Stupid, stupid fools. Doma is dead, and so are her people. Lord Kyan, Lord Hyan, all dead. Their blood is on our hands. It was Lord Kyan who saved us, who spared us the worst when the Garleans came. Every shred of pride and honor he cast aside without a second thought, all to win their trust, all to serve as their puppet, restored to his throne years later, a paper tiger. Such shame he must have felt, but no matter, he would suffer it for his people. A life as slaves is better than none at all, he believed, but not us. After my lady died, we began to whisper in ears, In his ears dreams of freedom and liberation. We pushed him to take action, if only a little. 10 years of preparation, of machinations. So careful we would be, and yet... Doma burned for our foolishness, not for that of Lord Cayenne. Monzon, the Enclave, they were raised for our sins. We murdered them all, don't you see? We murdered you all. You're wrong, Master. We are still here. We are still alive. Lord Cayenne too lives on in our hearts, and in his son, for Lord Hien has returned. Lord Hien? Alive? Cannot be, you lie. It's the truth. Hien came back to Doma to help her fight for freedom. Could it be? My Lord Hien lives. Oh, oh. Hands of steel to bind the chest and belly, yes. I must heat the forge and begin work at once. 10? 100? How many do you need? All that and more you shall have. Even after 25 years of oppression, they still have it in them to stand up and fight. We must have to show them the way forward. Ys and I will stay and help Tsurunoki finish the armor, so you've no need to wait around. Why not go back to the House of the Fierce? I'm sure there's plenty of work left to be done. Ask about and see what you can find. Everything is in order, sir. Under Lord Gosetsu's sage tutelage, we grow stronger by the day. Help! Oh, no. I will not impose upon you without cause. Rest assured that everything is in its place, and everything is fine. I require no assistance, comrade. Lord Hien's instructions to me were quite clear. I need only transcribe them for the benefit of the Zayla allies. Speaking of Lord Hien, if you are eager to be of service, mayhap you could seek him out, keeping an eye on him, perchance, should he decide to venture outside. Let me guess. Someone asked you to act as my protector. To hear them mutter, one would think I intended to stride up to the castle gates on my own. The truth, of course, is rather less dramatic. I had hoped to look on the castle one last time before the battle. Would you care to join me? You would be setting a lot of fretful minds at rest. Very good. Then let's depart for Monzon at once. For Monzon! Oh my, okay. How does one exit here? Okay. Don't care about this tiger. Oh, I think this is fine. So confusing. Monzon was home to many great and powerful families, men of honor, samurai, once. Great swaths were razed and people put to the sword. What little remains stands as a testament to what was, and what will never be again. Come, we'll take a closer look. Past all of these motherfuckers? Jeez. It's never simple with this, is it? Attack him, shit. No sentries, at least of the living sort. Those shambling suits of armor have to run of the place. To think this was once a bustling street, so full of life. river of people with a current all on its own. But even then, the Imperials walked among us, sometimes openly, sometimes discreetly, but we were always aware of their presence, and we were complicit. He did what he had to do to preserve the peace, to keep our people safe, but at what cost? Forgive me. It's neither the time nor the place for such dark musings, but they did serve to remind me of the barracks which once stood to the west of here, where they may yet be weapons and our comrades could use. If you head down that street, past those makeshift barricades, you will come to the ruins. I will search elsewhere. Meet me at the water's edge when you have finished. One katana. Alas, I found not of value, did you? Still sheathed in its scabbard. Though even shielded from the elements, it will need to be cleaned and oiled. Recognize the crest. It belonged to the son of a samurai I trained with when I was young. He never even had the chance to draw it. There she is. Doma Castle. My home. They let us keep her for a time, before gradually moving their forces across from Flumnus. Now her every court and corridor belongs to Yotsuyu. Though father spent much of his time there, I did not. I may only have visited him there on a half-dozen occasions, if that. I cannot remember. But I remember the view from the keep. Doma seemed much smaller from there. You could hold it in your hands. Well, Monzon at least. Doma is so much more than that. There, beyond the moon gates, unto the shores of the Ruby Sea, and here, in the places that no man can see or touch or take from you. We carry her with us, wheresoever we go. The land or the soil, but the story. What is life if not a story? The story of our journey from dawn to dusk, day after day after day. The story of our mothers and our fathers, our families and our friends, our peoples and our nations. I think a part of me understood that when I looked out from the keep. Hien, son of Kain, another caretaker of the story of Doma. A fine castle, truly, with an even finer view. But in the end... Can we strike me down? How could I be so blind? We must return to the House of the Fierce at once. I have had what can only be described as a revelation. Ours is an excellent plan, but not so excellent that it cannot be improved, and I know how. Second thought, MSQ, I ask that you return to the House of the Fierce without me, and tell Alphinaud to call the others together for a meeting. It is imperative that the Kojin emissary be in attendance as well. I shall join you anon. And that's going to do it for this block. That might even do it for the day, as my throat is... It's going to need some rest, some R&R before continuing tomorrow, but hopefully you've been enjoying Stormblood so far. It's interesting. I'm anxious to take the fight to Doma Castle and you know, fight Xenos again, fight Yotsuyu. And I know Yutsuyu's cousin is around the corner, the son. But yeah, anyways, lots more to look forward to, so we'll see you in the next one. Like and subscribe if you're enjoying everything, and take it easy.